In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 2nd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Wisconsin versus Michigan State. This Sunday, the Big Ten Conference will showcase a highly anticipated matchup between 2 ranked teams, the number 11 Wisconsin Badgers and the number 8 Michigan State Spartans. Both teams are having strong seasons and are firmly in the mix for the Big Ten regular season title, making this game a must-watch for college basketball fans. The Badgers enter this game fresh off a win and hold an impressive 22-6 overall record, placing them 3rd in the Big Ten standings. On the other side, the Spartans are tied for first place in the conference with a 23-5 record. This clash promises to be one of the most exciting games of the weekend, with significant implications for the Big Ten title race. This matchup between Wisconsin and Michigan State is shaping up to be one of the highlights of the college basketball weekend. The outcome could play a major role in determining which team secures the Big Ten regular season championship. For Wisconsin, the timing of this game couldn't be better, even though they'll be playing on the road in East Lansing. Michigan State is coming off an emotional, buzzer-beating win against Maryland, where they struggled offensively for most of the game, while the Spartans have a knack for pulling out close victories, recently edging out UCLA, Oregon, Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, and Maryland. Their reliance on late-game heroics might not be sustainable forever. Additionally, this will be Michigan State's 5th game in just 15 days, which could lead to fatigue, especially in the second half. As for Wisconsin, they're coming off a solid win over Washington, where their offense looked sharp and regained its rhythm. That momentum could carry over into Sunday's game against a Michigan State defense that, while ranked 6th in adjusted defensive efficiency, has benefited from some fortunate shooting luck by their opponents recently. Wisconsin happens to be one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the Big Ten, so the Spartans might not catch the same breaks this time around. Michigan State also struggles to force turnovers and gives up a lot of open 3-point looks. If any team is equipped to exploit these weaknesses, it's Wisconsin, which has been shooting exceptionally well in conference play. Given all these factors, it wouldn't be surprising if the Badgers pulled off an outright win. As our first pick for this matchup, the Wisconsin Badgers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Michigan State's strength lies in their defense, which ranks 6th nationally in adjusted defensive efficiency, allowing just 92 points per 100 possessions. Wisconsin's defense is no slouch either, sitting at 38, and they should be able to find success against a Michigan State offense that isn't among the nation's elite. Both teams tend to play at a slower pace, which could make this a classic, grinded-out Big Ten battle. Wisconsin ranks 188th in adjusted tempo, while Michigan State is slightly faster at 177th. This game could easily turn into a low-scoring, defensive struggle, and neither team would likely mind that style of play. I'd expect a final score in the neighborhood of 73-71. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Illinois versus Michigan. The Big Ten Conference will showcase an exciting matchup this Sunday as the Illinois Illini take on the number 15 Michigan Wolverines. This will be their first encounter of the season. Illinois is riding high after a dominant 81-61 victory over Iowa, where they easily covered the spread as 11.5-point home favorites. Meanwhile, Michigan narrowly edged out Rutgers with an 84-82 win, but failed to cover the spread as 9.5-point home favorites. There's an interesting storyline here, as Michigan has a chance to stay in the hunt for the Big Ten regular season title with a win on their home court. A victory in this game keeps their championship hopes alive. Speaking of home court advantage, Michigan has been nearly unstoppable at home this season, boasting a 13-1 straight-up record with an average margin of victory of plus 15 points. On the other hand, Illinois hasn't been particularly impressive in their recent outings, especially against ranked teams. They've lost their last 4 games against top-tier opponents, with an average margin of defeat of minus 20 points during that stretch. While Illinois is undoubtedly one of the most talented teams in the Big Ten, Their recent performances haven't reflected that potential. Their blowout win over Iowa doesn't tell the full story, as they dropped their previous 3 games against ranked teams, including a particularly rough loss to Duke. One of Illinois' key strengths is their ability to utilize a Vizic, a 7-footer who can score both inside and outside the paint. However, Michigan has a counter for that with their own pair of 7-footers, Golden and Wolf, who can match up effectively. Wolf's ability to play on the perimeter ensures the paint doesn't get clogged, giving Michigan a unique edge. The Wolverines are coming off a close win against Rutgers, where they seem to underestimate their opponent. Expect them to refocus and bring their best effort in this nationally televised game. As our first pick for this match, the Michigan Wolverines to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Illinois has a potent offense, ranking 17th in adjusted offensive efficiency with an average of 121 points per 100 possessions. Michigan isn't far behind, sitting at 39th in the same category with 117 points per 100 possessions. The Wolverines also rank 29th nationally in goal rate at 48.4%, and I expect them to capitalize on their home court advantage in this matchup. Both teams thrive in up-tempo play, with Illinois ranking 18th in adjusted tempo and Michigan coming in at 56th. From a scoring perspective, both teams are averaging at least 80 points per game, which sets the stage for a high-scoring affair. These two teams are among the top 60 in pace of play, so expect a fast-paced game with plenty of transition opportunities. Illinois loves to shoot from beyond the arc, and whether they make or miss, their emphasis on the three-point line speeds up the game by encouraging early shots in the shot clock. Ranked 18th in both pace of play and offensive efficiency, Illinois' style of play should contribute to a high-scoring game. Michigan's offense is no slouch either, ranking 40th in efficiency. They just put up 84 points in their last game and are likely to post another big number here. Illinois has gone over the total in 4 of their last 6 games, and they'll likely try to outrun Michigan's big men by pushing the pace and taking quick shots before the defense can set up. This game should be a treat for fans who enjoy fast, high-scoring basketball. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado versus Kansas State. The Colorado Buffaloes are set to take on the Kansas State Wildcats this Sunday, March 2nd at Bramlage Coliseum. This matchup promises to be an intriguing clash as both teams look to end their seasons on a high note. The Buffaloes, who currently hold an 11-17 straight-up record and a 12-16 against the spread record, are coming off a tough 71-64 loss to Kansas on Monday night. Despite being 6.5-point underdogs at home, they put up a fight but ultimately fell short. On the other side, the Wildcats, with a 13-15 straight-up and 15-13 against the spread record, suffered an 80-76 defeat against UCF on Wednesday. They were 5-point underdogs on the road, and while they kept it close, they couldn't secure the win. The last time these two teams met was in 2020 during Colorado's time in the Big 12, and the Buffaloes walked away with an 18-point victory. This time around, the stakes are different. Colorado is just 1 loss away from finishing last in the conference, and this game represents their best opportunity to grab a regular season win before facing 2 tougher opponents to close out the season. Interestingly, the Buffaloes have managed to win 2 of their last 4 games, showing some signs of life. In those victories, they scored 76 points each time, which is a solid offensive output for them. Those wins came against defenses, Colorado and UCF, that rank around them in terms of points allowed. Kansas State, meanwhile, also scored 76 points in their last game against UCF but still came up short. Their defense has been struggling lately, giving up an average of 75 points per game over their last 4 outings, even against some less than stellar offenses. This sets the stage for Colorado to make a strong showing. At the very least, they should keep it competitive. Historically, Colorado has performed well against Kansas State, going 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 matchups. As our first pick for this matchup, the Colorado Buffaloes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When it comes to offense, neither team is lighting up the scoreboard. Both rank in the bottom 5 of the Big 12 in offensive production. According to KenPom, Colorado sits at 185th overall in tempo, meaning they're not exactly a fast-paced, high-scoring team. In fact, they've scored 65 points or fewer in 6 of their last 8 games, including 4 games where they failed to reach 60 points. Their average of 54.4 field goal attempts per game is nearly 3 fewer than the next closest team, highlighting their struggles to generate offense. Kansas State isn't much better, ranking 189th in tempo. They've been held under 70 points in 3 of their last 4 games, including a dismal 54-point performance at home against Arizona State just 2 games ago. Given these trends, it's no surprise that the under has hit in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.